Hello Leo, and welcome to my channel, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. This is the love and relationship reading for Leo from the 24th of September to the 7th of October 2018. Please make sure to watch your moon and rising sign for a more complete picture. If you want a personal reading, I put my details of my email and my website in the description box, so please contact me. I've also put the decks that I'm using in the description box and links to Amazon and eBay if you want to purchase these decks. And don't forget to watch my video series on deck reviews. You might find it very enlightening. Please like, share, subscribe if these messages resonate with you, and you can leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. So I'm just doing a general energy read for you, and then I will do the general tarot read after that. Okay, so you're going through some sort of problem at the moment that's causing you to be feeling a bit unstable, a lot of instability going on around. You need to have a heart-to-heart chat with this person or somebody. You need to actually come clean or say what you need to say and get your feelings aired. So having a heart-to-heart chat with somebody, it doesn't necessarily mean in the relationship. It could be to a friend or somebody, but you need to air what's going on inside you. Don't keep it all bottled up, because that's causing a lot of instability within you. And you might need to actually speak to a friend, because there's a good friendship over there, and you have to have a heart-to-heart conversation with this person and tell them how you feel. And because it seems like, in the past, you've got a lot of depression going on as well, and that's leading to this instability. You should have faith that it all will work out, but you are feeling really depressed at the moment and very unstable, and it seems like you need to actually speak to a friend and ask some advice, or just generally a chin wag with them and tell them how you're feeling at this particular moment, to just get things out in the air and move that energy that is causing you to feel depressed. You want some kind of reconciliation with a person. Maybe you've broken up with somebody, and you want to forgive them and just get back with them. You want it to go back to the way it was. So you're hoping for some sort of reconciliation, forgiveness, and you might need to get some advice and counseling in order to deal with this particular problem. Maybe that person's moved on and you haven't really dealt with it, and that's causing this instability and this depression. When you keep things bottled up, that's the time it leads to all kinds of illnesses, stress illnesses, and it makes you feel even worse, because it's amazing how the human mind can actually change the way the body reacts, and you can actually end up being sick because you've kept all that energy that should have come out being bottled up. All that negative energy needs to get released. So either seek counseling or seek somebody whom you can talk to and tell them how you feel, because it's really good. It's always very good to release those kinds of energies and get some new insights in order for you to move on. So I've shuffled these cards. I'm just going to draw some cards for the general tarot reading. Okay, so looks like you do need to have some sort of counseling, some sort of advice that you need to get from somebody who is professional or independent of your situation. This is the Priest card. It's generally the Hierophant card, which is talking about institutions or traditions. So it could be that you need religious advice from somebody, or somebody that you trust, not to spill the beans about what your feelings are. Somebody who is very independent of your situation, who is not going to be biased. And you are praying a lot. You can see this person is praying quite a bit for this guided insight to come in. It also means that you need some sort of professional advice, like counseling, some sort of group therapy where you can share your problems with these people, air your views, like I said. So definitely a need to release all that negative pent-up energies with this Hierophant card, and go back and do some sort of life review as well, so that you can know what to do next. So the main situation, you've got the 10 of Cups. So there was a breakup of a relationship. Both of you are standing your ground, and you are not giving way to each other's feelings. So you're both being very stubborn. You can see here with this 2 of Rods, both of you are holding on to this rod. So you are both equally matched as far as power goes. And it looks like this relationship has ended with this 10. You may have had a family together, and there might be a breakup because of that, but you're both being very stubborn, and you're not listening to either one of you. You can see both of them look very unhappy, and they're not even looking at each other. So you're standing your ground, and you're not even you're not willing to compromise. So you'll reach the stalemate as far as that relationship goes at this particular moment. In the last year, maybe you've been feeling like this person that you were with was very manipulative, and they did whatever they wanted to, and they didn't actually allow you to be free. They didn't give you your freedom, and they kept you in chains, and they lied to you, and they deceived you, and they controlled you. You've got the snake going on over here. Maybe there was a lot of lies and untruth spoken, and you've got these the devil. This is a card that is ruled by Saturn, so it's a very controlling energy that he's going through, and maybe that's the case. You feel that you've been very controlled by this person. So you've got in the last 3 months, you can see you've got the 2 of Swords. These 2 people are fighting for the sword. So you all have been having a lot of arguments. One person has been trying to win, and the other one has, you've been both trying to win arguments, and both trying to get the last word in. It looks like it. Both of you grabbing that sword. So a lot of harsh words being spoken, and one always trying to better the other. So a lot of competition between the 2 of you going on over here. One trying to get the other one. So you can see you're both standing your ground, and you're pretty stubborn about who's in charge. You are not letting go, and that person is not letting go as well. You are decided what you want in your heads, and you are not budging at all. So very, very much a stalemate, with 2 cards of stalemate, where both of you are in control, in power, and you are not giving up that fight. Nobody is compromising as well. You want to be in charge. With this Queen of Staves, you've got the stave in your hand, and you want to take control of that relationship. You are not prepared to give in. You feel that you're a very independent person, and you are probably working, have your own, you're self-made, and you don't see why you should have to step down and compromise. That is what is going through your head. So right now, going to the future, you've got the 5 of Pentacles. It looks like everything is shattered. This pentacle is broken over here. It's a card of loss. It's a card of broken relationships. It's a card of feeling very miserable. So you feel like this relationship has broken up. It's gone to pieces, and there's no way you can put it back together again. The pentacle is broken. Whatever you all had together is you can't fix it. That's how you feel right now, and you're standing here alone. So you're looking at this relationship, and you feel that it's shattered and it cannot be repaired, and you want something new. So with you, some new truth has come in. Maybe you've been speaking your truth or taking this new power, and you can see it's divided these 2 what are they, like lizards, the sword. So the truth that has come and has cut through this relationship. It has cut this relationship apart. Whatever was said has been, there may have been harsh words that were spoken. There's a lot of fire over here. So it seems like it's caused a lot of problems, a lot of anger associated with it. This truth that has come in. Maybe you have been wielding the sword of truth. You've been saying what you want, and regardless of the consequences, and this has caused this separation between the 2 parties. So it seems like words have been spoken that cannot be taken back, and it's caused a lot of problems. In fact, it's caused maybe the breakup of the relationship. Now you've got the 3 of Pentacles over there. So you want to go forward and This is how people are seeing you, as a very self-made person, that you didn't need anybody to get where you wanted. You've got all the skills and everything that you needed, and you have built yourself up from the ground up, and you don't need anybody else. You're very, very independent. And she's holding this pentacles, and she's showing people that she did it herself, and she didn't really need anybody to help her do it. And maybe that's how you're seeing it in this relationship, that you're the one that has been doing all the work, and you're the one that's built this relationship up, or you built yourself up. And because you are so independent, and you are a person who managed to stand on their own 2 feet, you don't really need anybody to tell you what to do. And maybe this is, you're equally matched to this person, and you're not really willing to compromise at all, because you are quite an independent person. You're quite vibrant, and you are making money, you're earning well with this 3 of Pentacles. You've got a good job, a good stability coming in, and a lot of recognition, so you don't really need anybody, and so you're not willing to compromise and give in. So you're hoping that you get some sort of communication of love, or maybe you want something new to come in, a new relationship to come in that is more loving, and maybe that's what you're hoping for right now. So going into the future, you've got the 5 of Rods, the Ace of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. So the 5 of Rods shows that there's a lot of arguments and fighting and battles being fought between you and the other person. And like I said, both of you are not giving up. It might be getting physical right now, because this it looks like these people are, she's going to scratch his face, and he looks like he's got the rod ready to beat her up. So it might be getting to a point where you're having a lot of arguments and a lot of fights, and it's just getting to a state where it could end up in some sort of violence. So it's really not a very good relationship to be in. It's a lot of competition and a lot of harsh words, and you're confronting each other at this particular moment. And you want something new to come in. So the Ace of Cups coming in for something new to come in. So moving into a new relationship. You could be meeting somebody new that is going to, you want to move away from this old relationship, and you want to go for something new. Maybe that is what is on your mind right now, what you want to do. And that looks like it might be coming in, a new relationship coming in. And this person, this might be you getting into arguments and battles, and wielding this sword. So you've changed maybe the way you feel about this person that you're with. It's made you maybe more aggressive, somebody who is getting into a point where you're saying whatever you want to say, and you're not listening to anything the other party is saying at the moment. You're charging into battle, so any little thing is upsetting you, and you're getting maybe you're using your words a lot. I wouldn't say aggressive, but you're using your words a lot to put your message across, and you're really not listening to what anybody else is saying. So rushing into fights and arguments, and getting irritable very, very quickly. And this is going on because you can see there's the 5 of Rods over here. There's a lot of fighting going on. Maybe this Ace of Cups is also talking about a lot of tears going on. So maybe there's a lot of crying and misery going along, and a lot of arguments, fighting with this Knight of Swords. So all in all, this seems like, it started off, this relationship has now, reached a point where you are really not getting along. The love seems to have gone. You are now at loggerheads with each other. You are at stalemate with each other. You have reached a point, and it looks like you want to move off independently and do your own thing, and you're willing to sacrifice this relationship for that. Maybe you feel that it's not worth it anymore, and you want to move on. So I'm going to just draw some cards from the Archangel Tarot. So you've got the 3 of Gabriel, which says prosperity arising from wise planning, time to take the next step, optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So you can see, the 3 of Gabriel, the ship's going out. So maybe it's time that you've decided that you're going to move on. You've got a butterfly here of transformation. So you really do want to move on to something else and leave the situation behind, it seems. Perspective is the second way. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. So you're looking at things from a very different point of view. Or the perspective card is like the Hangman card. Maybe you're waiting for something to change, and you're hoping that this change brings something better in for you. And you've got the 5 of Ariel. You needn't go through the current challenges alone. Help help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. So with the Five of Ariel, it's talking about, seek help. Ask somebody for advice. Seek some sort of help so that you can move on from this challenging situation that you are in. And try not to be negative about the whole thing. So it seems like you may have made up your mind. You are going through a lot of drama at this particular moment, and maybe it is time for you to move on to something where you are in a better relationship. If you might be feeling very stifled within this relationship, and because you are fighting so much, it might not be the best place for you to remain. So a decision needing to come up about what you want to do, whether you want to stay and carry on within the drama or you want to move away. It looks like you might move away and cut the relationship loose, and move away, sever that relationship with this Ace of Swords. So it looks like you are going to cut that relationship away and move on to something better and different. So I hope that this reading has resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.